What up? It's your boy Wall Street Hit My Line, and today I want to talk about a serious issue in the NBA stratosphere because, as you all know, if you watch basketball, Joel Embiid is one of the most polarizing players we've ever seen, and he is now a one-time MVP, and won the MVP not last season, but the season prior in 22-23 season. And he is also I think 7-time All-Star. Yeah, I think he's a 7-time All-Star. Yeah, 7-time NBA All-Star. Is not an All-Star this season because he's only played 17 games. Only played 39 games last season. And obviously, he is one of the most injured players we've seen. Right, missed his first 2 seasons in the league due to injury. So was drafted in 2014, third overall by the Philadelphia 76ers. Did not play until, when was his debut? His debut was October 26th, 2016. So went a full 2.5 years after being drafted to actually setting foot on the court and making his debut. And obviously he had one of the best debuts ever. His season was great. He only played 31 games his rookie season, but put up 20 points a game, 7.8 rebounds, shot the three pretty well, 36.7% from three, 46.6% from the field, and 25.4 minutes per game. Putting up 20 points in 25 minutes a game is pretty impressive. But obviously, injuries have been something that have just not escaped this man. And what I want to talk about is, realistically, how many years does he have left in the NBA? Because I don't think it's that many, right? So, looking at his contract, he's under contract until the 28-29 season, which is a player option. Okay, so guaranteed money is through 27-28, where in that year he's going to be making $62.6 million. In the 2028-29 season, if he enacts his player option, he'll be making $67.2 million. Right? A lot of money. I don't think he's going to play beyond this contract because I genuinely do not think he's going to be able to. I think his knees are going to give out. I think the injuries are going to continue to pile up, and he's not going to be the same player. I mean, even just in the short amount of time that he's played this season, he's not the same guy, right? Like, he can put up 20 plus points a night, but he's not anywhere near where he was last season, putting up nearly 35 points a game. He's down basically 10 points per game this season, playing 3 minutes less per game. He's taking 4 less shots a game, and he's relying more on threes. He's tied for his career high in 3-point attempts per game at 4.1, which is the same that he did in the 2018-19 season. Right? And it's not, last year he took 3.6 threes a game. His MVP season took 3. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, but he was so dominant, putting up 70 points a game one game. It's just, he's not the same player. And I think people don't want to admit that yet, but he's just not there anymore. And, this is a part of life and a part of the game is when you're a 7-footer or, let's call him 7 foot, 7'1", whatever, and you weigh nearly 300 pounds, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure on your legs and your knees. And guys like that typically can't play dominating basketball for that long. That's usually why you see centers, last long in the NBA, but their career just goes very downhill very quickly, right? Like Marcus Camby, played in the NBA, I think until he was like 38 or 40. But he wasn't that impactful towards the end of his career. He was really just an interior defender and shot blocker, right? I don't think Joel Embiid is going to be this insane offensive presence like he's been, in 2 years' time. I just don't think it's the case. And I saw something else come out saying that he might need another knee surgery. He's basically he's in and out of the lineup so frequently. You can never know when he's actually going to play. It's just crazy. It's really, I don't know what's going to happen. So let's do a little bit of math here. So he's currently 30 years old. He's going to turn 31 on March 16th this year. So at the start of next season, he's going to be 31 years old, right? So going back to his contract, he's going to be 31 years old for the 25-26 season, turning 32. 26-27, he's going to be 32, turning 33. 27-28, he's going to be 33, turning 34. And his player option season, he's going to be 34, turning 35. I don't think he's going to play past the age of 35. And, you know, I hope he does. But again, I think he's got to do what's best for him and his body. You know, he's that guy. He's the process. He's, you know, JoJo. He's the big Joel, like whatever you want to call him. He's just not the same player that he was, which is also why I think the Sixers should really just, you know, forget this season, you know, play Maxey pretty sparingly, play Paul George pretty sparingly, and do your best to fall down the standings, because they're not going to keep their pick, I think, if it's outside of the top 8. I want to say, or it might be top 6 protected. I think it's top 6 protected. Like, I want to say it's top 6. So if they fall outside of the top 6, it goes to OKC. I can't remember what trade that was from, but if they can figure out how to drop down a little bit, because right now, if the season ended today, they'd be picking 6. They got to figure out how to make sure they keep that pick. Because if you don't keep that pick and you have no draft picks this season, you have an aging Paul George, you have a physically declining Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain are the only guys you can depend on, it's still going to be a decent team, but you're going to be rebuilding. So I would say tank, figure out how you can get that pick, and, you know, maybe consider trading Joel Embiid, right? Because if you know, the Sixers are the closest to his health, right? So they're going to know the best about what's going on. If you think he can make it and win you a championship with the current, you know, way things are going, by all means, go all in and keep him. But if not, I would strongly suggest you look at trading this guy, right? Because you're not trading Paul George. Paul George's value has gone all the way down, and you guys just gave him a huge contract that's going to expire when he's like 38 years old. No one's picking that up. So, you know, I hope Joel Embiid can play longer, but I don't see him making it past this contract, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he had to decline his player option because he won't be able to play at that point. Like, I just think he's going to be deteriorating severely for the next couple of years in terms of his knee health. So we'll see what happens, but I want to know what you guys think, man. How many years do you think Joel Embiid has left in the NBA? Do you think he's going to be an effective player for the rest of his career, or do you think he's going to have a pretty sharp decline as he ages here? I want to know your thoughts, so please leave some comments down below so we can talk, because I love to talk. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate you doing both of those things. Without further ado, I'm going to let you guys go, man. Stay safe, handle business, stand on business. Peace.